What's up, everybody? Good morning. This is the rundown with the owners and founders of Brownstone Worldwide. I'm Paulette. Go ahead, bro.
It's color. What's going on, y'all?
Every morning we do a morning huddle before we start the day for the business of running Brownstone Worldwide. And we have decided to do a quick 10-minute morning rundown huddle with you guys. This morning's topic is Colors Quarter. Hot topics for the week. What is it, Color? What are we talking about
We're
today?
talking about marriage for men. Do risk outweigh the benefits? So do the
Okay.
risks outweigh the benefits?
Okay. Let's
So
hear it.
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is a lot of people came to me and start asking about. And I know a lot of people have different ways of thinking about it, but in the end, when you look at the statistics, 70 to 80% of women initiate divorce in marriage, right? So it's not the man that's initiating divorce. They may be hesitant to get into marriage, but they tend to want to stay in the marriage once they get into it. and
Okay.
and then they say, and these are stats. 90% of educated women initiate divorces, right? For whatever reason. So here's the thing, is that the benefits and the risks, right? So what are the risks for men?
What are the risks for men?
You divorce us, say, I'm married, but this ain't got nothing to do with me because
Okay.
I don't think like this. But
Right.
in general, I did go through divorce too. But in general, you get a divorce, especially when kids are involved. We lose the kids. We lose 50% of our income. We pay alimony. You pay child support. We have to negotiate visitation with our kids. A lot of states are, weighed heavily toward the women or the mothers in the relationship, and a lot of guys are out there. It doesn't matter who initiates. If the man initiates it, doesn't matter. Woman could cheat on him, and still get everything. That's the thing. That's what a lot of men are afraid. A lot of men are afraid. They aren't afraid of marriage.
What are
Men
they
are
afraid of?
afraid. Men are afraid of marriage failing. Right? That's what men are afraid of.
Okay.
Women marry men hoping they can change men. Right? Men marry women hoping they don't change. Because in the end, a woman is marrying someone and she was like, okay, I'm going to make this man my own. I'm going to build him up, right? And she wants to change him. They want to grow together. But if that woman changes her mind and don't want to be with you, that's what a man's hoping. A man's hoping, like, we can stay together. But if she decides she want to leave, there's nothing you can do about it.
But why would she want to leave, though? Do you think those were her intentions from the beginning?
It could be, it can be any reason. Maybe some women can say they've grown apart. They run out, they fell out of love. It can be, it can never be something nefarious. Like he cheated on her, he beat on her. It could be something simple as she got her degree. She's, moving up in the corporate world, and he's kind of stagnant at where he is at that point in time. And then she's like, I feel like, you hold me back. Or I feel like,
I think women are that shallow.
Like, I'm not saying women are shallow, but people think like this. People think like this, right?
Okay.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But in the end, that's my philosophy. I think men aren't afraid of marriage. They just feel afraid of marriage failing because of what they will lose from that. What's the sense of getting married then? What I'm saying? I'm not going to get married with the hope of leaving. When I get ready to marry someone, I think most men want to stay in that marriage. But most women want to stay in marriage, but if they don't get what they got out of that relationship, not saying all women now. So don't jump on.
I haven't said a word. I'm just listening. I'm listening.
But like I said, a woman is marrying a man with hoping that they will change. They will change that man. But a man gets married with the hope that she doesn't change. So that's kind of where the rub lies, at least for at least what people have been telling me, and the person that actually just sent
Okay.
me this topic, that was one of their main things that they were thinking about. So
Okay. So you are talking to someone who has been single a very long time. Colin knows this about me. I've been single a long time. I think a lot of the people that have been following us know I've been single. My son, it's going on 13 years I've been single. And I'm okay with that. Now, there is a part of me, let me just put this out here, disclaimer, there is a part of me that would love to be in a relationship, but I am not going to compromise. And I think one of the things that is being often overlooked when these conversations come up and people send you these letters is the fact that times are different. We're not living in a traditional time like where we were just talking about my dad and how his current marriage is, and how he is the provider, he handles everything, but of course they partner together. It is very, very clear that that's the way the relationship is, right?
right.
You and Maya have been together for quite a while, and I know you all partner together. There are very few people who want to partner. Somebody got to be the lead. Somebody got to be follower. Somebody got to, we haven't really come to an understanding of what submit really means. You know what I mean? We still fighting over that. Is she the maid? Is she not? Should she come? When we're not partnering together, that's where I think you get a lot of the issues. And then also there are some other factors that come into play with this as well. When we're talking about relationships and that concern of whether or not we should get married. But when you look at it from a woman's perspective, she don't have nothing to lose, right? She is, especially from a Black woman's perspective, we're the number one most educated group of people in the US of A. That is not me saying that. That is a statistical fact. Okay, numbers don't lie. Shout out to Dr. Michelle Joseph, right? But one of the other things that is important is that women overall, we're really learning how to take care of ourselves because we've had to, right? There was this time in America where, women were given this opportunity to go to work and they kept going and they kept going. I don't think that there's ever been an opportunity where she wasn't able to, but it's become more and more and more, it is the norm. And so when we're talking about women doing something that they haven't done back in the early 1900s, we're in the 2000s now, you know what I mean? But you're talking about a group of people that were disenfranchised, but then being a Black woman and being disenfranchised is a totally different animal to even consider. So when we're talking about a woman being given an opportunity, and I'm gonna say it like that, given an opportunity to make a choice, she's going to always, hopefully, she will choose herself and her children first. That's not personal. That's because normally what happens is in a situation where there is a man and there is a breakup, whomever's fault it is, she ends up withholding the brunt of the responsibility. But even in a marriage, let's talk about that. She holds the brunt of the responsibility. Somehow, I hear this a lot and I read this a lot. It becomes the woman's fault if the marriage breaks up. She lost weight, she gained weight, she did this, she did that. It becomes her fault. And
I don't agree with that.
I mean,
because a lot of people, what happens when a marriage breaks up, a lot of people, first thing they think about is what he do. He must cheat on.
Well, I mean,
what do you do?
Well, here's the thing. If there is no communication in the beginning of the situation and y'all don't even understand what you're doing, you got married to her because she's fine. She don't have the inside of her brain looks like a box of rocks, but she fine. She fine though, right? She stays right or whatever. And you know what? We should remain healthy. But can she balance the checkbook? You know what I mean? Is she going to add to the bottom line of what the goals are long term? Are we sitting down and having those conversations with our partners? And you know what, me, you're in a different age bracket now, bruh. We not babies anymore. So what are these conversations that we should be having at this age in our lives? What does retirement look like? Are we going to, help the kids get through school? Both of us have kids in college, so now we're looking at I'm a grandparent, for God's sake, so I'm looking at a different set of circumstances when it comes to being in a marriage or a relationship, because 9 times out of 10, if I end up with anybody, he's coming with his own package, his own previous family, children, grandchildren, whatever, because I'm not dating nobody younger than me. That's out. I ain't take care of nobody else's son. Okay. So I think we're looking at so many different factors, and you're looking at it from a guy's perspective and an experienced that you've had. I'm looking at it from a woman's perspective and an experiences that I have had where I have never been married. And I've not been left at the altar, but baby, I might as well have been. I had a Vesta moment, congratulations. And so I think ultimately, we're spending a lot more time online. We're seeing a lot more people who are having experiences where they're dealing with crap. And we're really starting to see who people really are online as opposed to what we might have heard. So I think that plays a big part of it too, Cullen, because just like with this guy that the woman divorced him, she tried to take half. Well, come to find out everything was in his mama's name. You know what I mean?
Soccer player made $1 million a game. She
Yeah.
decided, and that's the thing that a lot of guys, regular guys, that they're like, if this woman's divorced and this guy, he's a millionaire, he's making $1 million a game, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? If she, why isn't she happy? Why doesn't she want to stay in that relationship? It could be a lot of reasons why,
Absolutely.
but
Absolutely.
a lot of men are thinking she had a motive going into that marriage. I'm gonna push out some kids. He got money. I know once I decide that I want to divorce, I'm gonna get half of that money. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's the mentality a lot of men think, that they're already thinking that there's this motive out there that they lose it all if they get married. That's just the motive. That's what a lot of men.
Let me just say this. Everybody's not a millionaire. So let me say, and it's gonna piss some people off. These old simple cats out here thinking that somebody want their $50,000 a year job, and we want half of that.
No. Okay, you missed my point. Okay, so it doesn't matter how much money you got, right? It doesn't matter how much money you got. It's the simple fact that if you do, let's say you get married and you do split up, right? Again, it doesn't matter what happens in relationship, why you getting split up.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's on this side is already on the woman's side, right? There's really not a lot of stakes that are on the man's side. Regardless of what happens in the marriage.
Okay.
A man is not paying a woman alimony. A man's not paying a woman child support. If the man wants to keep the kids, he can't keep the kids because they give the custodial rights to the woman off the bat. Right. And you have to fight.
In a majority of the cases, you are correct.
You have to fight for those rights.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Say you got married to someone that had a kid, right? And you divorce her, or y'all get divorced, you still paying child support for the kid that's not yours. You know what I mean? So you're paying child support for a kid that's not yours. Y'all have grown to love this kid, and all of a sudden the kid is ripped from you.
Right.
That now you have to pay for that kid, but then you don't have any rights to that kid because that's not the kid.
Yeah.
So you've grown attached to this kid. You fall in love with this kid. Now you don't even have the rights to see this kid anymore.
I understand that part.
A lot of, and you think, and I think a lot of people, and then we're going to end this because I know we're supposed to be 10 minutes.
Keep going. Okay.
But when we talk about this on Thursday, I'm sure we're gonna go in more depth. But a lot of guys, I can go on different scenarios, right? On why guys don't want to get married. That's just one simple fact. A lot of guys just feel like there's too many risks in getting married. Why should I get married? Why can't I? Why do I have to sign a piece of paper to stay in this marriage? Because some people have that mentality. They think like that. They think like there's a motive, because a lot of women are saying nowadays there is a motive now.
Okay.
A lot of women, now I'm talking about nowadays. There's a different type of people out there now. And they're not a lot of people. Maybe it was like that when we grew up. Who knows? It probably was. But a lot of people are still saying, regardless of the partnership that you have, if you guys decide to divorce, what are my benefits? What's the benefit for the guy? There are any.
Ooh, okay. So y'all, if you want more of this, here's what I'm going to suggest. I'm going to suggest that you, first of all, follow us at brownstoneworldwide.com, because I know, Cullen, you're going to be sharing this particular topic this week. Here's something else that we need you to do. Up next, is going to be an entire week of the rundown. We're going to be doing these quick 10-minute snippets in the morning, quick vignettes. Listen, if you want more news, more information, check me out later on this afternoon for the day shift midday. And we also have Leah and Dulce today. We also have the Lunch and Learn Hour on KCCR The Brownstone. We have a Hot Lunch Mix. And we also have Girl Your Money Matters with D. Nicole Johnson, and Marshawn Eladio is back with a new edition of the show, Love Restored. Get ready to enjoy your week here with us at Brownstone Worldwide, brownstoneworldwide.com. And y'all, if you have not already gotten your issue for this month's April edition of the Financial Resources magazine for Brownstone Living Magazine, go ahead and check us out again at Brownstone Worldwide on Facebook. We've also got some sales and stuff that you guys would definitely be interested in. We'll see you all later on, and tomorrow for another edition of Good Morning Huddle, the rundown with me and Color. All right, you guys.